Hello, everybody. Boy, this is the moment I have been waiting for. And I'm going to ask everybody out there right now to share this out. If you're watching this, I'm asking you to share it out. I'm here today with the founder of many things, but we're going to talk about one thing today. Um, oh, okay, hold on. Let me add her to the stage. There's that beautiful girl.
Hi, Alicia.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, good. So everybody who's watching this, share this out. Today we are doing a fundraiser for Launchpad, and I've got today the founder of Launchpad on here, and I have been involved with Launchpad and a major donor since the inception. And when I tell you, I've given a lot of money, a lot of time, and I trust this organization implicitly. And why is that important? Because the donation you give today to help this precious family in Jamaica will be a 100% tax deduction. All right, so you are going to know where your money's going. I have put it into the comments of I've got the link to donate in the comments right now. I will continue to put it in throughout the show. If you're watching this, I'm going to ask you to share it out. Rebecca, I'm going to ask them to share it out continually through, but I'm not going to waste any more time with this right now. I would like you to introduce Rebecca Contreras, who is the founder of Launchpad. She is the founder of Girls of Legacy, and this is a fundraiser to help one of her precious, precious girls who is on here right now. Rebecca, I'm going to let you take it from here.
Thank you. Lisa, you've always been such a great supporter of the work that David and I have done through Launchpad. And my husband and I both together have been knee deep in serving thousands of inner city kids. And we just are so thrilled that you are such an advocate. You and James both have always been such champions. So we have today a specific thing we want to talk about. And thank you to your platform and your idea. We were able to do that. And I have with me on the Zoom here, Alicia. She's one of our star students. She is a Girl of Legacy. Really quick, my Girl of Legacy program, which is now year 4 in existence, is something I founded 4 years ago to scholarship and empower and tool the next generation of young girls that are future power, future business, future education, future doctors. And I have 16 girls that we've been able to scholarship with over $150,000 in scholarship money given to all 16 girls. Alicia has been in our program since year 1, and she is my star Texas A&M.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. We're at
yeah.
here, Alicia.
She's got her A&M ring there, and she is, I recruited her out of one of the East Austin schools. All of my girls are inner city girls. They come out of Title I schools with hardships and financial hardships, either, home where they're dealing with a single parent, or if they do have 2 parents working, they're struggling. And we just really like to come alongside the parents, as I have told Alicia many years, and do life with them here. In her case, her mother and her grandmother and her family unit is in Jamaica. Her biological father, who brought her to America, is here, and that's how she got here. And she'll tell you a little bit about that. But her mother, who I met and hosted last year during her ring ceremony, her A&M ring ceremony, there it is. Not only did we help her get her ring, but we helped her bring her mother and her little precious 4-year-old brother here and stepdad. And for the first time, they were able to witness the big, grand stadium ring ceremony, and more importantly, see their little girl. And I just really connected with the mom. And when I heard yesterday, Alicia and I were texting all day about her mom's situation, her grandmother's situation, and the devastation will just break your heart that country has sustained. And I couldn't but call Lisa and say, Lisa, we have to do something about this. And of course, in Lisa Copeland mode, she came up with the big idea, and here we are. So I want to make sure Alicia has a 2 p.m. class. So she's going to tell you a little bit about herself, why she's in Girl Legacy, and more importantly, give you a little flavor of what's going on with her family. And then, because she has a class, and she is going to be my future doctor, by the way, she has applied to medical school. So we supported her in her medical tutoring. We got her a good med exam to tutor her, and she took her med chem 2 weeks ago, Alicia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So anyway, this is a rock star. And Lisa, you know Alicia and have for 4 years. And we have seen her just soar. And one little tidbit I wanted to tell you and your viewers is Alicia texted me about a week ago. She just got selected. Why don't you tell them at A&M, Alicia, what's that award they gave you?
Yes, so about like a week ago, as you said, I got selected and slash nominated to receive a Mentor of the Month award, and and I'm also in a mentorship program here at A&M where, just similar to Girls of Legacy, they foster inner city kids from not just only Austin in this case, but in Dallas, Houston, and even South Texas, McAllen area, students who come all over from Texas, even outer state, kids that are inner city kids who are struggling, maybe first gen students. This program, they foster us to have, enhancement in higher education and help us be successful with peer mentorship. Basically, all these characteristics and structure are basically similar to Girl of Legacy. So
Yeah.
whenever I came to A&M, I did that, and I've been excelling in it ever since. And I got the award the other day.
Yeah, so she texts him. She's like, Miss Rebecca, I'm replicating you. Look what I'm doing. I think she's been mentoring. Amazing. And so anyway, we just are we love you, Alicia, and I want you to tell our viewers just a little bit about you, how you came to A&M, what your experience has been with Girls of Legacy and Launchpad, and just more importantly, what you guys are dealing with right now with this Jamaica disaster.
Yeah, so my name's Alicia Murphy, as for anyone who hasn't met me before, known me, but I moved here to the US a couple years ago, about 8 years now. I came with my stepmom, my dad, my biological mom, and my stepdad, and my little brother, who's 4 now, is back in Jamaica, and I have extended family members there as well. I came here just for better opportunities. America is the land of opportunity and free will. So I came here to gain a bit more sense of that. Because, of course, in Jamaica, over 50% of population is living in poverty. It's so hard there as a third world country, right? So coming into America, I've always had a goal and always had a dream of like becoming a doctor because, of course, the medical system and everything back in Jamaica is like not as enhanced and equipped as a first world country like America. So I was like, oh, I'll come here and gain all the knowledge that I need to do and be able to go back to Jamaica, but also other smaller countries around the world and help out there, right? And more so for kids because if we don't equip our kids, how are we going to have future generations to come? So that was always been my goal of going the medical way. When looking into schools and looking into colleges, I toured a few places and I wanted somewhere that has tradition. I wanted somewhere that is prestige, and Texas A&M being, the prestigiousness and like having the Aggie network that they do, that's where I wanted to go. And that's where I ended up with getting a full ride here, getting equipped with scholarships like the Girl of Legacy and other scholarships around the Austin area that saw my story and believed in my journey and still pushing me to get to where I am today. Also, so came with my father and my stepmom at a tender age. That was such a hard adapt and like switch, a change of scenery for me as well. But as I said, like going through high school, my counselors, and then getting into the Girls of Legacy, starting mentorship, kind of having like mentorship as like a third mom. I always call Miss Rebecca my third mom because I have my mom, my stepmom, and her. The three of them are always behind me as a backbone to help equip me with like all the advice and just like the encouragement that I need. So that has been pushing me all the way and been helping me honestly through this rough journey of what we know it is called college, right?
And last year,
Mhm.
Alicia, something big happened in your life, and
Oh
you
yes,
actually got sworn in.
yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes, so I last year, in July, I believe, in the summertime, I got the opportunity to finally become a U.S. citizen. That was one of the biggest accomplishments because, with everything that was going on, per se, COVID, that slowed everything down, that delayed a lot of stuff. So I've always wanted to gain that right to be able to help my mom, which I am doing right now. Miss Rebecca knows about that too. Been trying to help my mom and everything to get her here permanently in my family, right? And then, unfortunately, recently, as Miss Rebecca mentioned, and everyone probably knows about it, Hurricane Melissa, it came in the Caribbean from I think the Gulf of America and stuff like that, that area I think, and it turned from 1 category to 5, and Jamaica hasn't withstand a Category 5 hurricane since before I was born. Actually, my mom told me. And this hurricane has did so much damage. Like I have family members down there. My stepdad's mom, which is my basically like my grandma, she has no house left, nothing left. I think the only thing that she has is like maybe two suits of clothes and like her important documents that you know you gotta have those. But everything, furniture, bedding, everything is gone from her because her where she lives, the eye of the hurricane literally passed over that area.
Manchester is where she was.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's
That,
Manchester, St. Elizabeth, Montego Bay, unfortunately, where you know all the tourists goes to. All that western side of the island is really bad, badly damaged. My mom, she lives in Kingston, so I'm grateful that they didn't really have that impact because Kingston is more of like the city center. So unfortunately, if it had went that direction, it would have been way worse. But we are grateful that no lives were lost at the end of the day, and it's just time to
and
recover.
in your family, there were quite a
No
bit.
life.
They're still
Yeah, there's no
finding
life lost in my family, thank God.
in
There's
your family.
no
Yeah.
crazy damage. It's just materialistic stuff that, of course, is a setback. Having not having a home is like a big setback. My mom, her house, the roof is a bit damaged, but nothing crazy where anything was damaged. But it's just my grandma down in the countryside in Manchester. They're actually down there helping out her right now and trying to see what they can scavenge and find from all the debris and try to, you know, find stuff to, you know, pile up and rebuild. So now, honestly, a lot of people in their families are just reaching out to different people, and that's when I know Miss Rebecca's always like an aid for me. So the first instinct of after hearing about everything was just like reaching out because I know she's gonna find a will or way she's gonna put on her work mode shoes and her work mode hat, her white hat, and to find a way to do something in some form of way, even if it's $1. I know she would figure it out and be like, "Hey, Laisha, like just being there and giving me the helping hand of like advice and just, you know, upliftment and everything like that." I know Miss Rebecca would have, you know, equipped me with that. And now we're here, and I really appreciate Miss Lisa as well, using your platform. And my family sends their best regards, even though they're not able to like join on or anything, because Jamaica's also still down with internet, cell service, power, a whole thing. Everything's just like it's like flatline, and they're trying to, you know, use a CPR machine to get back up. So,
Yeah,
but
and
yeah,
we talked this morning, and Alicia was telling me, you know, unfortunately, a lot of her family does live in poverty. I mean, really, it's the community, right? The whole community is in poverty level. It's why her
right.
mother. Imagine giving up your 9-year-old child to allow your ex-husband to bring her to America. And Alicia didn't tell you this, but prior to that, she lost her other child.
Yes.
And that's why Alicia wants to be a doctor, because her sister, was it a sister that you lost
Yes,
due
my
to
little
a
sister.
lack of
Yes.
vaccine? And so, you know,
Yes.
you deal with the loss of a baby, and then you have to give up your 9-year-old child. And I have met Alicia's mom, and Lisa, I will tell you, this woman is an absolute rock. Like in tears, she said to me, "God brought you into my daughter's life. I have been praying for somebody like you since she left for America." And she is incredible. And her little brother, her little 4-year-old brother, who has very little, gets excited about a little Spider-Man caricature. You know, all he wants is one. And Alicia was telling me he really wants to dress up as Spider-Man tomorrow. And, you know, of course, now they're dealing with this hurricane, but this family is not a well-off family. It is already a poor family that has now lost everything. And Alicia failed to mention her grandmother, her aunt. Her entire family's been impacted. And unfortunately, the resources there are scarce. The government has not done, I mean, they're doing the best they can do, but we know the need is greater than what's there. And right now, Alicia's mom and stepdad are trying to do their best to ensure the grandmother gets into a safe environment. The auntie they're both, you know, elderly. And, you know, we're dealing with a country that doesn't have the support system we have, and how blessed we are in America, right, Alicia? You
That's right.
recognize that. She's one of
Yes.
my, Lisa, she's one of my immigrant patriots. She's a major patriot.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here
So,
like crying back tears. And the thing I will say, you know, we are all so, you know, we all want to help, right? And that's why I wanted to do this, because we all want to help. But when you send the money to the Red Cross, like, where does the money really go? And I'm not trying to
And
tell you,
that's
you
correct.
don't
Correct.
send the money, but this is one
Yes.
family that I will vouch for, that Rebecca will vouch for. This is one family that you could write a check to, and you know that your money is 100% gone to help Alicia's family. And not only
And
like,
we don't have any overhead, Lisa.
I know,
Unlike when you give to the Red Cross, it's 15% overhead, 10%.
right.
We are 100%. David and I do not draw a salary. We do not pay our team. We donate all of our money and all of our time. So every dollar you give is going to go directly to Alicia's family. Alicia and I are going to be talking. She's going to connect me with her mom. I'm going to have a conversation with her mom as soon as her mom gets the ability to do that. It's probably going to be direct money to like a bank account or a Western Union. Their bank is decimated. There is no place to go get money. And even if they did, they didn't have money to begin with. But the bank is not open, is what I'm saying. So we are going to find. It'll probably be through a Western Union, and that's how Alicia's mom receives funds. It's just a broad way to get money. Every single dollar you get, I will also personally commit to paying the Western Union fees because I know they're high. I will not have any of your money cover the fees. 100% of what we raise for Alicia's family will go directly to the family for the family disaster relief. And I know, knowing Alicia's mom personally, she's an incredibly strong. And the other thing I didn't mention is, Alicia, your family is a strong Christian family. They're God believing, Jesus loving family.
Yes.
And they know that Alicia's a miracle, and they're cheering her on, and she is their hope. This is what makes it amazing. First generation. And her mom said to me, Alicia is our hope. And you have given us the ability to know she's well taken care of, along with all the other support system with her biological father and her stepmom. And all of us are coming together to make sure that she becomes the hope for her family in Jamaica. And
just think about this, you guys. She came to America. She did it the right way. She came to America. She's gotten the scholarships. My kids went to Texas A&M University, so I'm an Aggie mom. Whoop! Oh yeah, girl. And and just seeing how her family and everything that they've come through to see this great American citizen,
it's really amazing. Yeah, it's really amazing. And we are going to respond. We feel a God command to respond. And I have committed to Alicia that David, Lisa, and I, we're all going to band together and make this happen. And we are going to provide you the support that your mom needs. And I know you have to get to class, honey, and get ready, get your mind. Any final parting words? I do want you to share what's been the most impactful thing you've seen in the 4 years of being a part of Girls of Legacy.
Honestly, I love that question. Honestly, I think being a part of it and seeing how much I've grown ever since. I always say, I remember the day when Miss Rebecca came to my high school, and I remember she asked my college advisor at the time to find me and point out the students who, the young ladies here that want to be something, not being lazy, not just waiting for handouts, anything like that, for me to give them halfway and for them to put the other half as effort into my program. And I remember getting selected, and I was like, I had no idea at first, but I remember sitting in that room. It was me, Rania, Lily, and everybody else. I remember that day, and ever since now I've grown. And the impactful part is just seeing all the different girls from the different high schools who you've brought into the program and hearing their stories, and that pushing me more. Every year we have our annual fundraising event at the Headliners Club. I've never been to anywhere fancy like that, so that's always been impactful. Seeing everyone there, whether I'm eating or whatnot, everyone come up to me some random time during that event, and seeing them and hearing them give impactful words towards me. Seeing Miss Lisa go up there and talk every year too, and whenever you shout out the different sponsors and everyone who generally wants to be there, I just love seeing that, and they inspire me to get to that point one day where I can be in the Headliners Club and giving back to another group of girls one day. Like, that impacts me so much and motivates me to go. So I just want to say also thank you for just being with me this entire journey, bringing in different advice and different shoulders for me to lean on. Because one thing I love about the Girl of Legacy program is not just Miss Rebecca herself. She tried to equip everyone around her and educate them, like Miss Lisa, who we've gotten close. Shout out Miss Kalpa as well. Like, I've gotten close to her as well. All the different mentors in the program, Miss Crystalline,
and
Alicia, Crystalline,
Bristol,
Miss Crystal, Miss Mayor, everybody that has been with us the entire way. Whoever name I didn't say, y'all know I'm shouting y'all out too. And all the girls, we're all so
Miss
close.
Sherry's been
Miss
there for
Sherry,
you.
oh my God, Miss Sherry, and Mr. David, oh my God. And then even little Bella and everybody, like it's so sweet. It's just like a family, honestly. I don't see Girls of Legacy as a program or somewhere that you're being forced to be. It's just a family, because I've never seen my other colleagues here at A&M or anywhere else out there that are in a program and they hear me talk about the program like how I talk about this one. So I just want to say thank you as a whole for making my college journey, life in America as a whole, just adapting. And a lot of people stray away when they come to a different country, and I'm glad that I was equipped the right way. So thank y'all so much. A big thank you.
But
Well,
Alicia,
we're
you know
proud.
what? You are no longer in a different country. You're an American.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's that right.
Yeah, she owns that one. She loves
You are an
America.
American.
All
Yes.
right.
You know,
All right, honey.
and you're going to see God's love through this, and you're going to see your fellow citizens' love and our compassion for your country, and everything that your country is going through right now. I've been to Jamaica several times. It is the most wonderful, gracious, loving people. Like, I could just hang out. I could live in Jamaica. I love those people so much. They're so wonderful and kind, and we love you. And we're going to. We're gonna keep beating the drum, girl. We're gonna raise some money for your family,
Thank you
and you
so
just
much.
go and you be great, and get to class. Rebecca and I are gonna sit here and talk some more, because that's what we kind
Okay.
of do when you do a fundraiser.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
We
honey.
love you, Alicia. We love your family. We're gonna pray. We're gonna pray like crazy for
Okay.
your family and your country, and everybody in Jamaica. Because
All
again, some
right.
of the
God
kindest
bless,
people
guys.
on the
Take
planet.
care.
Okay,
My
honey. Love you.
sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Love.
I did
Oh,
want to also, the women in our life, Lisa, we're very close with one of our other movers and shakers, Bristol and Mike, and of course Nick Austin. Both of them have served. Nick was a Girl of Legacy mentor, and then of course Bristol currently is mentoring one of
yeah.
our girls out of UT,
Loves it,
and
by the way.
yeah,
Bristol. I was just with Bristol, and she
and I
loves
know
the.
she's in the EXP, so I want to mention her and Mike, because I know that they are hugely not
Yes.
only donors, but they have skin in the game, boots on the ground, as you and James have. So really, thank you for doing this. So I think I'll lean over to you. If there's anything else you want me to do in terms of context, I'm happy to do that. But
No, there'll be people that are just tuning in right now. Okay. Now this, of
okay.
course, will play and play and play, but there's people that are tuning in right now, and they're like, okay, what the heck's going on? So what's going on is I've got the founder of Girls of Legacy, Rebecca Contreras, and the founder of Launchpad, and the founder of so many other things, but we're going to talk about that today. But she has got one of her mentees, a little girl that we have known for 4 years, beautiful young woman who is at Texas A&M University, got her U.S. citizenship the right way, a year ago, and she's going to medical school. Rebecca's Girls of Legacy Foundation has been sponsoring her to go to medical school so that she can go back to her home country of Jamaica and be a doctor. Her family has experienced incredible loss. They were already living in a poverty situation, but they've lost everything. And why I told Rebecca why we should do this, because I know, number one, people are going to tune in later. They're going to see this. They're going to go, oh my God, because when we as Americans, when we see this stuff on TV, the devastation and this, and you think, oh my God, what can I do? What can I do? I personally, Beck, I hate sending money to like the Red Cross. And I'm not trying to knock it. I'm just saying, I want to know my money is going to help one person, one family, where I can monitor the journey. And that's what you're going to do with Alicia. You are going to monitor it for us. We're going to keep seeing where the money's going, how we can help this one family. I personally co-sign for Rebecca, for Girls of Legacy, for Launchpad. I've given money for years. 100% of the money goes to the affected, whether it's for scholarships or if it's a fundraiser like this. Because we're able to donate to Launchpad, which is really cool. Number one, you're able to take a tax deduction, right, Beck?
Right, 100%, yeah.
100% tax deduction for your donation. Number two, you will go to bed tonight and you will know that you did something for that beautiful country. If anybody's ever been on a cruise or gone on vacation, you have been to Jamaica.
Love Jamaica.
The most beautiful country, the kindest people, the most loving souls. They are so grateful and kind and gracious. And I love going to Jamaica. I hope that there's a day that we can go again and it's not decimated. But this is one way, my friends, my followers, my people, Rebecca's people, I'm asking you to share this out. But this is one family you could help. You could go to bed tonight, whether you give $1 or $5, $10. $100, $500, $1,000, $10,000, if that's what God calls you to do, that you will know that you have helped one family. So when you're watching that devastation, so versus it being just heavy on your heart, on your soul, you can say, you know what, I did something, and I know because I trust Lisa and I trust Rebecca, and what they have told us today is true, and that is where this money is going. And Rebecca is going to be in contact with Alicia's mother. Rebecca, you will be able to give us some updates.
Yeah, I actually have already been in contact through Alicia, who does have once a day, her mother goes to a place where she gets signal, and then they text to make sure she's okay. But I'm going to have a conversation with her this weekend. I'm already primed and prepped. I want to make sure you're because a lot of your viewers may not know me. Nothing that happens in our nonprofit goes to overhead. We are 100% volunteer run organization. My husband and I are both co-founders. We do not take a salary. We haven't in years and years. I've never taken a salary from them. But 100% of the nonprofit giving for the Hurricane Relief Fund will go directly to Alicia's family. Like Lisa, my heart goes out. I want to write a check. I want to support. And Lisa, we recently did this for the Liberty Hill floods that happened. And David and I took in a couple of families we knew through Mayor Crystal that would get the money. And we, instead of giving it to a big organization, we actually ended up on their farm and did boots on the ground cleanup and helped them rebuild their horse fence. And so anytime we see these kind of disasters, we are primed and ready to respond. Every single dollar that you give will go 100% to Alicia's family in Jamaica. It is a 501c3. We've had it for 18 years, so you can take that deduction. But I also want to rest assured, we're going to be posting updates on our Launchpad site and on my site and Lisa's site on progress. I've asked Alicia to help get some pictures and videos and even maybe a video chat with her grandmother. So for the people that just joined, her grandmother, elderly, and her aunt lost their entire house. This is a house they owned that it was a house that you and I would never live in, but it was their house. And thank God in America, we have great opportunities to build beautiful houses. But in Jamaica, their house is all they have. And her entire house, Lisa, was wiped out. She walked away with 2 suitcases.
I would say, which means, her clothes, her medicine, her shoes,
everything.
Her lifetime memories. I can't even imagine, Rebecca. Like, Jamaica doesn't have insurance. So, she can't go file an insurance policy.
No, none of them.
At what age? 60, 70, 80 years old? Wiped out.
Yeah, absolutely wiped out. And Jamaica's mom, who literally works as a trade seamstress, she brought me for Christmas. When I saw her, she brought me this beautiful Jamaica dress that I would have bought at a port for probably $40. She makes the dress. The place where she works was wiped out. So people that have livelihoods, that rely on those livelihoods, no longer have. And they're one of hundreds and thousands of people. And like Lisa said, we can't help the whole country, but we can help this one family who I trust. I've known this family 4 years. I love this family. They've been a part of our program through Alicia and her beautiful, beautiful story at A&M. She is a star child. This young lady, for those of you that don't know her, you can go to RebeccaContreras.com, Girls of Legacy, and read about Alicia. She's graduating this year with honors at A&M. She's going into med school. This young lady will be a doctor, and she will solve a medical problem in America, in the world. She is that brilliant. And I have many of my girls that are just super smart and are high achievers, 4.0s. And, Alicia in particular is devastated. And I told her, she's in the middle, Lisa, preparing for her end of year exams. We're actually, we're going to sponsor her to go to Jamaica in December to see her mom. If the airport will open up by then, but we're going to sponsor her to get her to Jamaica to see her family because she's worried sick. We just got her a laptop to do her midterms because her laptop crashed. Crystaline's like, we're getting her a laptop in 24 hours. She's in the middle of taking midterms while she's taking a full load. I want to describe this young lady to you. Full load at A&M, 18 hours. She's mentoring 4 young people, and she's taking tutoring for med school, which we paid for, and she took the med exam, which is an 8-hour exam, all within her. And she works part-time at H-E-B. It's like I tell her, I said, honey, how in the world do you do it?
But Rebecca, this is what I talk about. I'm so passionate about. Like, I look at people like her. About what this lady was born into. She was born into a third world country in poverty stricken. Her father brings her to America. She ends up meeting you by the grace of God and getting involved with Girls of Legacy by the grace of God. And because God had big plans for her. The day she was born, God said, I'm gonna rescue you. I'm gonna take you out of this third world country, and I'm going to bring you to the people you need to know. I'm going to get you the education you need. I'm going to grant you. And if you guys don't think this was God, it was. I'm going to grant you citizenship to the greatest country in the world. And from that, I'm going to help you go to school. I'm going to educate you. And then because she, I believe, has been set aside and separate, she will be a doctor. She will go and she will do things in her country and in our country, right? Guys, gals, if you donate to this, that is the story you're funding. Okay. That is the story you're funding. You're funding this young lady and who was absolutely appointed by God. I believe that Rebecca, everything, everything's God. Like, it's insane. The people that I know are brought into your path through Girls of Legacy.
It's amazing. It really is amazing.
Of it. And of Girls of Legacy. And I believe in it so much. But this young lady is so special, and she's so God anointed. And so I just know that God's going to bring her and her family through this, and through all of your donations, she's going to have a testimony. There will be a testimony there that will fuel her and her greatness even more. I mean, I believe
that. I agree. And more importantly, we trust this family to do the right thing with the money. Because I know the mother, I know the stepfather, I hosted them, I'm in regular communication with them, and they trust us. And this is for the viewers that missed, this is a strong Christian family. They all love Jesus. The father here in South Austin, which is how I met Alicia, because the father brought her here. He's an engineer. He's amazing. Stepmom's amazing. This is a whole family that is literally doing their best to try to, make ends meet abroad in the middle of this horrible disaster. And, we're looking at having
enough of her to give her, the scholarships they've given her. You've given her a scholarship. Like this young lady, Alicia, that you guys met. And if you're just tuning in, I'm going to ask you to go back and listen to her. She's been highly vetted. Okay. She's been highly vetted by Texas A&M University, by Launchpad, by Girls of Legacy, by Rebecca and her team. Like Rebecca brought the family here, the mother here from Jamaica when Alicia got her Aggie ring last year. Brought her here. Like we know these people. We know the family that we are handing the money to. Like we know the people in Jamaica. They've been here. That is who's going to get the money. Just so everybody here knows that, who's watching this.
Yes, thank you. And I think we all can do. The other thing I want to make sure is we all can do something. I had somebody yesterday say, I don't have a lot, but would $10 help? Yes. $5 will help, $10 will help, $20 will help. Obviously, those of us that can do more than that, let's step up to the plate and do more. But no gift is too small. We know the power of crowdfunding and what that does. We know the power of everybody doing their part. If we have 500 people on this call that all do $25, that's impact. It's, there's a handful that can do 100 or 200 or 500, but whatever we can do, we got to do it quickly. I'm committed to make sure that this family gets the resources and the structure they need moving forward. As I said, I just supported Alicia in getting her a ticket to go home for Christmas so she can see her family. She's been worried sick since yesterday, and she keeps saying, I'm in the middle of midterms. And I said, honey, you just focus on your midterms and you do the best you can do. There's nothing you can do about what's going on with your family. Let God take care of that. Let those of us that love you chime in and help. And we want to support her in her midterms. And she's one of 10 girls right now in the program that are all like hair on fire with the midterms. But with her situation, because of this disaster, and she literally yesterday, Lisa, when the hurricane was headed that way, maybe it was the night before, she was texting me nonstop. Crystalline and I were both on text with her, just praying with her, encouraging her. She was so worried about her little brother. Imagine her little brother's Judah's age, my grandson's age. He's 4. Oh. He is the most precious little boy you've ever seen. And
I am so
they are
grateful.
just
It doesn't look like there's been loss of life. And that's, I talked about that
no
on my show.
loss of life.
Like as long as you wake up in the morning, there's still hope, right? And those of us that are believers out there, when you see this, like you want to put hope on a family, donate. Like you show the love of Christ, whether it's 5, like Beck said, 5, 10, 50, 100, whatever that looks like. That's the love of Christ. That is what we do as believers. And then again, and you know me, how I love the American story when they come over here and they get their citizenship the right way. And she did. And then of course goes
she waited almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Almost 10 years she
It ain't
waited,
easy
and she
to access legally to the greatest country in the world. It's not easy. It's not for sissies.
Yeah.
But
And I always
her
say she's just as American as most of my American friends, Lisa. She is so proud American.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. And of course she's at the greatest universities. For all you Texas Aggies out there, if you're watching this, I tagged my daughter in this to go into the Aggie network. This is an American Aggie, and this is a family that we can show the Aggie family spirit and help her, and help her raise the money, because I know she wouldn't ask for it. And so that's why I'm grateful that Beck, she's got you as her mentor, that you can go out and ask for it. You'll ask anybody for anything.
Oh, she's never, listen, she's the most humble girl. Anytime she calls me, she's like, I really don't want to ask you for anything else because you've done so much, but I don't have a laptop and I'm taking midterms. What do I do? And she's so shy, but you know what? I've told her, honey, this is why I'm here. I committed to your mother and your father. I am going to stay the course through your educational journey. As long as you're in school, you got me. And when you graduate from school, go get a job. We'll become good friends. But right now, I'm your mentor. And I know many of our mentors, Bristol and Culpa and so many others, that Crystal Mancia, who's been with me since day one, they all invest the same into their girls in terms of encouragement. So I'm really grateful to have that network of mentors in our program.
I love that. All right. Well, Rebecca, I think we've said it all. We have put Launchpad Center has put a donation link. When I get off, I'll be making my donation. I hope all of my friends make a donation. I'm asking you personally to do this. I don't get on very often and ask for much of money out of anybody, but I know we're devastated over what we've seen in Jamaica and these fine people. And this is where you would know where your money's going. 100%. You could go put your head on your pillow tonight and you can say, you know what? I did something. I did something for one of the finest people, finest countries that is really a country that has been of service to us, especially American tourists. They're of service. They're a country of service, and they're just, they're so sweet. And so anyways, all right, okay, Rebecca.
Well, thank you, Lisa, for hosting us and allowing Alicia and I to come on.
Share it out.
We'll share it out, and we'll just see how much we're able to bring together. Thank you for your leadership and friendship and support over the years.
Of course. And I will be keeping all of my viewers, I will keep all you guys updated on how much money we're raising, and just update on her family.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And just for your viewers, if you run into any problems with the link, make sure you contact Crystalline Lopez. She's on our friends page. She is online now. I'm putting the link into the chat.
Put the link in.
Yeah, and we tested the link this morning. Everything is live, and there is a designation on that donate to specific campaign fund for Alicia. So you want to designate it to that, and make sure you support that. And then there's a Girls of Legacy designation on there too. But you want to send it to the Jamaica Relief Fund for Alicia is the right one.
Okay, good.
Okay, thank you, darling.
Love you guys.
God bless. Bye-bye.